Fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I am live once again. As you guys can read this, the caption, it's sick and shut in. Yes, I have developed a summer cold, which is one of the worst colds that you can ever receive. Okay, because when you're outside, it's hot, and then when you're inside, it's cold because it's summertime in the summer here. So you have to keep a moderate temperature. If not, you will suffer. And I've done quite a bit of this lately. So uh, just drinking some water with lemon, some got some Tylenol, low dose Tylenol, and apple cider vinegar. My head's pounding now, so I probably need to take some more aspirin or whatnot. But nonetheless, boxing is still here, it's still to stay, and we're going to talk about it anyway. Bars. You guys come in, hit that like button. So I've been working nonetheless. I've got some videos out today. I've got a few more that's coming out here shortly. So I've been working. It ain't gonna stop me from working, but I still feel like do do. Okay. A lot of Canelo stuff. What else? We have Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. That's something that I really ain't talked about. I want to talk more about that issue. And while I talk about it, um, I'm gonna make a poll. Mike and Tyson. uh, Here we go, guys. Boom. So I just created a poll. And I've been thinking about Mike lately. I know he's been training, and I know he had a scare on a plane because he had what you call an ulcer flare up. There's only so many people I know that has problems like that. And I would tell you, that's a nasty thing. When you have stomach, well, actually, a couple people, when you have stomach flare ups and stuff like that, that's no joke. That's no joke at all. But nonetheless, he's training for Jake Paul. And Jake Paul, I heard Oscar De La Hoya say that Jake Paul is a big boy. He's a really big boy. So, uh, that is true. Jake Paul is a big bastard. Again, I still think he cycles on some type of performance enhancing drug, and then when he's ready to fight or make a fight made, I think then he jumps off of that. So, that's what I think about old Jake Paul for a minute. I remember Tyron Woodley, pointed that out, like the size of his chin. Like, dude, look at your chin. Anybody that has a chin like that got to be juicing to the utmost. So, you know, but yeah, man, I'm live here for a little bit. Before I doze back off, I'm gonna take some more medicine. So, just hanging in there, man. Yeah, just hanging in there. You guys come in, hit that like button. The 9 of you that actually care for the channel are just around to see what Kurt has to say about your favorite fighter. If you get offended or not, I have no control of that. That's your feelings, not mine. you know, um, but Canelo Alvarez, he's hinted about possibly fighting David for the right amount of money, and then the last fight. And I think that's admirable because David Benavidez, if he doesn't get smashed at 175, I think that would be a good exit for Canelo Alvarez. So, see, to say the least, what we could say about Canelo versus someone like Floyd. Oh, Money Mayweather, is that Canelo went out fighting the best fight, the top fighter, the dangerous guy. See, David Benavidez to Canelo Alvarez um is like Keith one time Thurman to Mayweather. So when you had Keith calling out Floyd when Keith was undefeated and was the champion. Floyd, his excuse for not fighting Keith Thurman was that he's not a draw, that he wasn't a draw. He didn't sell. Like, dude, you fought Marcos Maidana. You fought a guy that nobody wanted you to fight. You know, more people voted for you to fight Amir Khan than Marcos Maidana. You know what I mean? And everybody knows that. And when everyone chose or favored, or the majority favored Khan, he picked Maidana anyway. And it just shows you that he was going to pick Maidana probably regardless, because Maidana beat up Adrian Broner. And I think Floyd was um, I think he was jealous of Adrian Broner because Adrian Broner achieved something faster than he did, and he was undefeated. So if you look at the potential that Adrian Broner had at age 24, doing things faster, looking about the same, if not better than Pretty Boy Floyd Mayweather, a similar style for Mayweather, but Adrian Broner was getting guys out of there just like Pretty Boy used to do, okay? Mayweather, right? So at the time when Floyd seen that Adrian, the problem Broner, was actually a problem to his possible record, I think that's where he started the haterade. He started drinking that haterade real heavy. I think he closed himself, locked himself up in, a shack motel and started drinking a lot of haterade. That's what I think Floyd did. And I think he couldn't get enough of that. You know what I mean? I think he definitely was like, you know what? Oh, I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. He's 24 years old. Hell, it took me years. It took me years to be a four-time champion. By that time, hell, I was 30. I was 30. He's doing it too fast. He need to slow his roll. He think he hang around me with them gold chains and a whole full head of hair. He think he's smiling. He think he better than me. He ain't better than me. And they put his ass on his clock. And as soon as Maidana beat him, you know what I mean? His straight me did that to my baby brother. I'm going to fight him. And then you got your ass in an entanglement with a guy that you thought that was going to be easy. And he ended up giving you the blues a lot of that time, most of that fight. Especially the first fight. The first fight was real close between Floyd and El Chino Maidana. You know what I mean? And he hurt Floyd some with that awkward ass style. The Philly shell or the shoulder roll, whatever you call it. It's good in certain situations, but it's certain punches that you can angle like Marcos did. And it really thumped Floyd. And to give Floyd the benefit of the doubt, he did take shots, in the chrome, in the jaw. Floyd has a better chin than people think he has. You know what I mean? Because he took some heavy shots from Marcos Maidana in that first fight. And let's not talk about the second fight of the allegedly not a tooth knockout. Marcos claims that he got a tooth that he knocked out of Floyd Mayweather, but I don't think that because I think if Floyd would have happened, Floyd would have showed that. You know what I mean? I don't think that's the case. Is Better BF just a cruiserweight that can just make heavyweight? DeMarcus Hill. I don't think so. Because I remember when what weight class did he fight Alexander Usyk in the Olympics? Somebody look that up for me. I don't have another device. I hope Tyson Fury beats the shit out of Paul, but damn, he's 60. I don't think he still got it like that. I wish Jon Jones would fight him. Yeah, Jon Jones. But see, here's the thing about Jon Jones. Jon Jones is a UFC legend. Okay, he's a UFC legend. His background is wrestling. So I think what happens when Jake Paul's smart, what he does is he fights these guys that are known for certain things, but not necessarily boxing. See, Jon Jones, if you take away the grappling, if you take away the wrestling, if you take away, the spinning back fist, the knees, the full aspect of fighting, if you take that away, you have a guy that can only use his hands. And if you look at Jon Bones Jones, he's okay, but he's not that dude as far as just this ultimate fist striker. He'll hit you with an elbow, and you better watch those teep kicks. You know what I mean? If he hits you with one of them teep kicks or one of those thrust kicks, as we call in martial arts and goatee, or teep kick, which we call in kickboxing or Muay Thai. Okay, yeah, he could end your career early because he will kick the shit out of your shin, and your knee will never be the same. Ask Rampage Jackson about that. Okay, so no, Jon Jones needs a platform or opportunity to do or show everything that he can do. Minimum shrinking someone like Jon Jones down to a boxing platform, I don't think accommodates him and his attributes. I don't. I don't think that's the case. You know, Usyk and Beterbiev fought at heavyweight in the Olympics. Well, yeah, like I remind people, Usyk was a heavyweight. He fought Joe Joyce on the WSB as a heavyweight. See, one thing I know about backgrounds, weight classes, people fight in weight classes for a reason. Now you look at Usyk fighting at heavyweight in the Olympics, then being stopped by someone like Sean Porter. Where was he fighting at? He was fighting at 168 when Sean Porter was a big football playing guy that fought at 168. Okay, I know the story because I talked to Kenny Porter a lot about Sean Porter and his career and what he did. And this is what happens when you do fight too small. So DeMarcus Hill, I don't know. Maybe that's the case, but there had to be a reason why Turkey Al-Sheikh felt comfortable enough to pick the winner out of Bivol, which is at 175, and Beterbiev to fight uh, Jaya Pataya at cruiserweight. There's a reason he felt that way because he knew, well, these guys can make that weight. Mike Tyson is out of his mind taking the fight with Jake. I honestly think we'll see Mike Tyson get KO'd or even stretched out of the ring. Damn. Beterbiev is really a cruiserweight. Well, I think he can really make a cruiserweight. But you look at Beterbiev, he doesn't look like a huge uh, um, light heavyweight, though. He doesn't. If you look at him, he's all chiseled. He doesn't have flab anywhere. He's like this chiseled dude that has this freakishly strong, um, like 4 to 6 inch punches. That's what makes Beterbiev very, very dangerous because once he starts chopping you with these shots that don't supposed to land, it's almost like those punches have more leverage on them without having the leverage. It has the power but don't need the leverage. So that tells you something about Beterbiev. Beterbiev is a guy that he is very aggressive. And then when you hit him and hurt him, he's going to get you back because he's going to attack. Bars. Has Beterbiev gotten better in the last 3 fights? No, I just think he was always better than people gave him credit on the way he delivers punches. I don't think it's his defense. It's not his defense that he lacks. He's not a Adam Kalnaki or no shit. Like, he's nothing like that. He's a guy that because he throws punches in weird angles or awkward or even rugged, because he throws shots like that, people think, oh, he's not orthodox or he's not defensively astute, but he is. If you look at a fight, go watch a Beterbiev fight, right? If you go watch a fight with Beterbiev in it, he's going to show you why he gets knockouts. Not because he knocks the hell out of you, because he avoids shots, but he's first in a lot of times, and he comes in with a jab or a right hand. And then you have to not forget, people, those savage punches to the body that you ask Marcus. What was his name? I had his name on the tip of my tongue. The one that made him bleed. Marcus Brown? Yeah, Marcus Brown. Uh Beterbiev gets hit a lot. Bivol in and out style might be dangerous. Well, it can be, but understand what I've seen. Let's watch. Look, let's do a review. Where's my remote? Oh, here's my remote. Oh man, forgive me, guys. I'm kind of feeling shitty. I'm gonna turn in on a. Let's look at. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna put. Let's look at Canelo Bivol. Okay. But has Bivol really been hit? He might not react well. I know he won't. I know he won't react well. It's just Canelo just didn't have the power to do the shit. That's the problem. Canelo was coming up there thinking he was Mr. Mighty Mouse. You know, I believe in my power. Yeah, man. See, Canelo's right where he's supposed to be at super middleweight. And then understand, Canelo didn't start there. He didn't start at super middleweight. You know? Okay. All right, cool. So.
Quick! There's a pharmaceutical commercial coming on! The pharmaceutical.
Okay. Kurt, could you see a way Canelo could beat Bivol? No. He's not good at styles like that. Somebody that's in and out that moves like Pacquiao but big like Bivol. He's not gonna beat guys like that. And then see, that's why people was interested in watching a potential Canelo versus Pacquiao fight because of how Pacquiao threw punches and bunches and his elusiveness and stuff like that. I'm looking at Bivol right now. You know, he jabs, but then when Canelo steps and dips, Dimitri changes position. He either backs up or then when he backs up, he's ready to counter. So when Canelo, see, this is round one. Canelo's trying to get in to get a good groove going with Bivol. Bivol's going from he's starting with a simple jab, not a lot of hooks, uppercuts, overhand rights, because those are trap finders, and that's what Canelo looks for. He's looking for you to do something, massive or overcommit. Where if you look at Bivol, he's just throwing a jab, 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 right hand, jab. And he steps around and he pivots, jab, then jab to the body, then jab upstairs, then he backs up. And then when Canelo comes in, Canelo can't do anything if you don't let him do anything. That's why Crawford would be a stylistical nightmare for him. That's why Lara was bad for him. That's why Floyd was bad for him. Floyd fought him like a mongoose, though. That's why he had an incentive, but that's how you beat Canelo. Canelo gets in a good right uppercut, and it's not like Bivol's hard to hit. It's just he throws a bunch of punches and he gives you a lot to worry about, because he's throwing for every two, he's throwing 5 or 6. So he's not playing any games with you. He's not playing any reindeer games, because he's going to give you a lot. See, right uppercut, left hook to the body, right across for Canelo. If that would have been at 168, somebody would have been hurt. Somebody would have been hurt. Ask Jermell Charlo. Crawford has a better change against Saul than Saul would against Usyk. Saul was talking crazy about fighting Usyk in 2021. Well, he was talking that shit, but that's before he got his ass whooped. Understand that. He got his ass whooped by Bivol. See, that Bivol fight for Canelo humbled Canelo. See, he stopped. He was talking about fighting Makabu, and that's Martin McCauley's older brother. Okay, Makabu at cruiserweight. He was talking about going up there. Remember, he was talking about I can fight up there. But when he fought Bivol, yeah, he already knew like, nah, I can't play around up there. These dudes gonna hurt me because I've went to my limit, and he went to the ceiling. And now he's back down where he was. The ceiling for Canelo is 175. Okay, so that's that. See, Bivol's just coming in. Jab to the body, jab upstairs, setting back up with the jab. You know what I mean? And Canelo has nothing, no answer for that. The only time he answers, he has good head movement. But if you're jabbing him, you're fast enough, and you're using your legs like Bivol does. Bivol uses the Pacquiao defense. He blocks a lot with his forearms, but it's strategic because since he blocks with his forearms, it's faster for him to counter since his forearms are already out there. What's Crawford's ceiling? DeMarcus Hill, we don't know yet. We don't know yet. It could be 160. Terrence Crawford could, have his cap at 160, just like Canelo had his at 175. Even though he had aspirations of going to, cruiserweight, he never got it to cruiserweight because the 175 was his limit, was his ceiling. So Canelo could beat Wilder right now. Uh, I think that's a Jose. That's a crazy comparison, though. But then look at that. Like look at Bivol. Bivol hit this man about 6 times. So see Canelo. He gets nailed about 6 times, and he gets nailed. And here's the thing: he tells him that, like, come on. He wants to. He's looking for a counter. Canelo is a guy that looks for counters. If you don't give him that, he's gonna be like, well, damn it, stand still so I can hit you. But Canelo and Wilder, I don't know, man. It's a crazy fight. Will Beterbiev respect Bivol? I don't think he talks like he don't. Have you heard Beterbiev? Beterbiev's been talking shit though. I mean, he's not a big shit talker, but what he says is not really respectful. Because you remember like last year when they came face to face and they were in this lobby of this hotel, and Beterbiev was like, yeah, we try to make fight with this guy, but he don't want to fight, right? He talk, but he don't want to fight, right? So yeah, he talked a lot of shit, and then when they made the fight before Beterbiev got injured or whatever, he was like, yeah, he knows what I'm talking about, and Bill was like, I don't know. I don't know what he's saying, what he means, right? I never heard a Russian, Bruce Lee before. That's funny. You know what I mean? But I know Russia has a lot of Asian influence, but, I'm not ignorant. But it's funny to see. However, he's also said, yeah, I need the WBA for my collection. I mean, he ain't talking like, hey, this dude's fast. He's quick. You know what I mean? He's talented. Nah. Beterbiev said he's not a good guy. Wow. I didn't hear him say that. I wish you'd send me a link. DeMarcus Hill, send me a link of what he's saying because, they're going to fight soon. So the beef, the buildup, I think is worth promoting because there has to be some kind of Cold War between Beterbiev and Bivol. And see, look at Canelo. Canelo's working the body. He's working the body. Look at it, and then he gets countered with a left hook. Like Bivol ain't taking that shit. You hit Bivol, Bivol's gonna hit you back. Then he gets hit with another left hook, and then look at Canelo, bro. And I'm gonna tell you a frustrated Canelo. Let me show you guys just briefly. Okay, let me show you guys. I'm gonna flip the camera around just for a second. Watch this. Watch this. Look at this. Like, look at him. He picks him up, bro. Look at that shit. Look at that. So, whoa. Like he picked this dude up, right? He just picked this dude straight up. That's crazy. That's a frustrated Canelo Alvarez. Yeah, the link. Yeah, send it to my Instagram, DeVille Kurt, man, if you don't mind. Please. Yeah, I showed you a few seconds. I don't think that would be too bad. You know, you got to be careful. Man, I had a back in 2020, my channel, this main channel was attacked because I had two. I had to create two. And if you guys were around back then, you remember when my channel got attacked by some haters or whatever. And so I made another channel, and it was Counterpunch Boxing News Round 2, you know, the sequel or whatever. And, you know, it was growing, it was doing its thing. And I had probably 100 videos on there. So I had it for a while, you know. And I noticed that I did a live stream on there. And it was when Jermell and Jamal fought on the same card back in 2020. Bro, when I tell you, they all like the voice of Fox PBC sent me a copyright strike. And I was like, damn. You just dropped it in the chat. Okay. Okay, I don't see it though. I think you have to send it another way. You know. Yeah, Bivol. Yeah. Bivol beat him, dude, you know, and then he just like I think Canelo's always gonna have problems with guys that can move and box. You don't give Canelo what he needs to proceed, you know. Okay, I don't. Okay, I guess is that. Did you drop it in the comments or did you drop it in the chat? I think it would be better if you dropped it in the comments, but I don't think you can make a comment until the chat's over. That's what I think. Okay. But yeah, man. No, I think that. I think definitely like Canelo would like him fighting someone like Better BF would be a very good fight, but it would be a dangerous fight for him too, simply because Better BF don't play that, man, and it's almost like fighting a stronger, bigger like Golovkin, but I think he was more aggressive than Golovkin. Golovkin had a great jab. And I think Golovkin doesn't get credit for his boxing ability. Golovkin can box. He showed us that when he fought guys that could hit, like David Lemieux. And this David Lemieux was knocking out a lot of people, man. David Lemieux don't play. You know, ask Gabe Rosado, ask Hector Camacho Jr., you know, ask a lot of Curtis Stevens. You know, David Lemieux was knocking people senseless, and you don't play with guys like that, you know, but I think Dimitri Bivol versus whoa, wait a minute. Did I just see that right? Hold on, let me see. I could have sworn I was just seeing like Malik Scott versus Bivol. I was like, what? Okay. Triple G too old to be fighting still. Yeah, he's too old. He should sit down somewhere. He's 41 years old. Right? Yeah. 41, man. April 8th. Golovkin's birthday is April 8th. The reason why I know that is because I can remember that because my first cousin's birthday was on April 8th. He passed away 2013. Shout out to Big Taz. We used to watch boxing all the time too. So that was like one of my boxing aficionados. Like if I'm doing lives, he would be there with me. If he would have been around today and I'm here at my father's house chilling, yeah, he would have definitely been here. You know, great boxer. He 42. I thought his birthday was on 80. I thought he was born in 83. So if he's born in 83, he would have turned 40 last year because it was 2023, right? And then Ramirez 13 September 14th, great boxer. He's 42. Who are we talking about? Manny Pacquiao dropped a lot of dudes. That's a real bully. Oh, 43 I want to get in. I don't think that's old. Well, it depends on what kind of shape you're at 43. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it's about. 43 is not necessarily old based on the. Then it also depends on the damage that you've had. If you're a fresh 43, if you're one of those guys that didn't do much partying and drinking and, abusing your body and shit like that, or, had a lot of damage or injuries, you should be fine. That's not old at all. A 42-year-old guy is not old. Just understand someone that's 42 years of age, they got less than a decade before they get middle aged. Okay, so that's something that you have to remember when you're talking about someone that's in their 40s. But it's all about how you take care of yourself, man. If you don't take care of yourself, you're going to get an age quicker. That's it. You're going to age quicker. You're going to feel worse sooner. You're going to die earlier. That's scary, I mean, you have to be smart about that shit. That's why a lot of people, like, when I get on my next birthday, I'm not going to drink anymore. I'm going to stop drinking, like, altogether. You know, um Simply because it's something that I don't need in my life no longer. You know what I mean? So I think that's one of those things where the decision I decided to make, then, and it's crazy. A lot of people, like, let's take, for example, Nigel Benn. Nigel Benn was a legend. He was a monster. Gerald McClellan, that war he had with Gerald McClellan, where he was knocked out of the ring, got back into the ring, and crippled Gerald McClellan permanently, damaged permanently. The guy was a beast, but understand that at that time, he was a drug addict. He was an alcoholic. He did a lot of things that was against, he did exactly what Mike Tyson did. Mike Tyson stayed high and drunk, and most of the time when he was out, the things that he would do, he was under the influence. All healthy, no meat. Well, I mean, all healthy. I mean, meat's good. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go vegetarian. I think the whole idea is, to fast. So when you fast, your body is pretty much, you're allowing your body to heal itself because you're not bringing anything else in your body that your body has to digest. Your body can't digest and heal at the same time. That's what people don't understand. So it's like people thinking, oh man, you crazy, fasting how long, 72 hours or 36 hours or whatever. Listen, when you fast for a long period of time, you get more clear because your body is going through different stages. Your body's preparing yourself. Your body, man, our body is God giftedly perfectly made. It's just how we do shit. A lot of people eat because we ain't got nothing to do. A lot of times, if you're with your girl or you're with your mate or you with your, whatever, right? Your partner, a lot of times you don't have a lot in common with that person. So what you do, you decide to eat, keto diet. Yeah, that's pretty. My friend of mine lost a gang of weight on that shit one time. I'm like, dude, what kind of crack are you smoking? you know, Put the blow away, But no, he was using keto. Keto diet is for certain people. Depends on the style too. Yeah, yeah. Bivol, dude. Bivol is a dude. I'm looking at Bivol highlights. He's jacking people up. Yeah, he's like a machine gun. Just eat less if you want to lose weight. Simple. yeah. Having a good mindset, healthy. works out. Be in a caloric deficit. I tried keto and it wasn't for me. Yeah, crazy, crazy, man. The people say Bivol can't punch, but I think he's just not known for a power puncher because he delivers and throws so many punches. So um, you can still lose weight eating carbs. Yeah, you can. You gotta use those damn carbs though. You better use them. You can't just sit up there. I've got the belly. Like no, man. You better kind of think about that. Shucks. You know. Well, out of 38 votes, Mike Tyson should not fight Jake Paul. 71%. 29% says yes, he should. You know. Uh, if you eat carbs, you better be doing physical activity. If not, you shouldn't be eating carbs. Yeah, that ain't no lie. You better be working. I don't mean that mouth, or desk job. I believe Garcia could have been if he didn't do that headbutt. I believe that would have been the explosive fight. Garcia. Which Garcia? Besides money, what else does Mike Tyson get from Jake Paul? It's not about money with Mike. It's about the See, Mike Tyson is a natural born warrior. See, he wants to challenge himself because he knows he's not as fast. He knows he's not as young. He knows he's not as fresh. Mike Tyson wants to do that shit, and he wants to do it with a handicap because it's not even about money. It's about the whole idea of him getting, the job done at the handicap he has, and that's grandfathered time. And, so yeah, that's why Mike's doing it because everybody knows if this would be a joke if Mike Tyson was in his 30s or even in his 40s. Now that he's in his late 50s, it's not such a joke no more, is it? That's the only thing, you know. But Mike Tyson looks like a beast still at 57. Well, yeah, I think he's 58 now. Hey man, I was just watching uh Burt Cooper versus Ray Mercer. Take me back to that era. Man, that reminds me of ESPN Classic. Bro, I remember like I was 20 years old. I was literally 20 years old and ESPN Classic used to be a that used to be a thing, man. I used to watch ESPN Classic like, Rocky Marciano versus, Jersey Joe Walcott or. But see, here's the thing. Media has got so advanced because we didn't have YouTube then. When I was 20 years old, we didn't have a damn YouTube. I couldn't tell you what a YouTube was. I didn't hear about YouTube until like 2006. You know? Ramirez 13, September 14th. First time on here. Well, welcome, man. Welcome to the club. It's normally more people, but everybody's asleep or just getting up, getting to work. I don't know where you're at, but this is a world channel. You know what I mean? What year were you born? I was born in 79. Yeah. How do you feel about Ryan and Devin? I think Ryan beat Devin, and I think, it's sad to say because he probably didn't need to drug to beat Devin. But, since he did, Devin, had got his ass whooped. The only person I knew in history to get his ass whooped like that and get that loss snatched off. That's crazy. It's like I think it's now just a no contest, but he doesn't have a loss. But everybody remembers that shit, so it's gonna be hard for him to live that down unless he, jump starts his career and start actually putting into work. Okay. Oh, you're in Oregon. Okay, shout out to Oregon in the building. Ryan versus Rayo. That would be okay. I don't know why Teofimo's not fighting Rayo though. Did you think Loma beat Devin? Yeah, I think he beat Devin, but I just knew he wouldn't get the. If you look at my live stream, forgive me, guys, I was really wasted. Okay, I was in Sasua doing my thing. I was on vacation, and like it was like the internet sucked, but had a good time. And I said before, I said, look, Devin is going to decision Loma. Loma will beat him, sure, but listen, no, I think, I think Loma did enough, but I think if you think you did enough, that means you didn't do enough. Especially someone like Devin Haney. Devin Haney was 23 years of age and undefeated. You know what I mean? He has more years on the clock than someone like Loma. So Loma's not going to get the nod because here's the deal. He's not going to get the nod simply because he's just too old. Boxing doesn't value legends or old people past their prime or older fighters past their prime. They value the almighty dollar. Okay, so with guys, the potential for Devin Haney and Tank or Devin Haney and Garcia, because you think about it, if Loma would have beat Garcia, I mean, if Loma would have beat Haney or decision Haney, do you think there would ever be would there be a Devin Haney versus Ryan? No. Mama Lou in the building. How you doing? So no, I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case at all. Like when AB beat Paulie, and I thought Paulie won. Yeah, I remember that fight, man. It's just Paulie was a guy that he didn't have power. He had a lot of he was fast, he was tough, but he lacked power. But understand something, man. I just you have to understand something. When you don't have power, you have to deal with activity. And I think Adrian Broner, he was the power puncher, but Paula Malignaggi, was definitely a guy that had heart and chin and a mouth, because he did talk a lot of shit. But other than that, though, no, man, I think, oh man, this dude went down quick. I'm good, thanks, Kurt. How are you? I'm sick. I'm under the weather. They screwed Larry Holmes a lot because he was old. Yeah, they threw him in there with Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson nailed his ass, man. Haney versus Pitbull. That'd be a good fight. It would. See, here's the thing. Haney would hold the whole time. Haney and Shakur Stevenson. I can't motivate myself to really talk about them much. That's why I don't really talk about them on my channel like that. I mean, they're boring. Now, I might mention something that may involve them. I mean, but Devin Haney's a jab and grabber. He even though I think he did a great or had a great performance against Regis Prograis. So I got to give him that. But other than that, no, it wasn't too bright. A and AD took his girl that night. Don't be talking about my side piece. Oh man, yeah. Regis programs. I never heard that one before. Yeah, man. Victor Ortiz, I believe he can come back and destroy a lot of these boxers. Victor Ortiz. Yeah. Regis programs. Yeah. It was funny. He called Devin Haney a dickhead. Shout out to New Orleans. Man, do you think Devin can be the same? I don't know. But even if he not, he's gonna play. He's gonna pull the Wilder card. The Wilder I'm damaged. Because of injustice and shit like that, and people cheating me on high, and I was framed and set up and cheated and beated and damaged, and that's why I'm never the same. And then these guys, it's sad because they're putting themselves in situations. Now maybe Devin has a better claim than Deontay. But understand, Deontay started that shit with the excuses and stuff like that. Devin and Wilder kept trying to pull up, unlike Ryan, who took a knee. Yeah, Ryan quit. See, Better Biev is dangerous, bro. Better Biev is a guy that he will hit you and hurt you, and then he will take you out. That's the thing, man. Devin's still young. He can adapt and adjust. Yeah, I think he can. Any news from the hungry Mexican? No, I'm still on the treadmill. I'm still doing what I can. I'm talking to Turkey Al Sheikh. I hope he gives me some food. I need to eat. Bars. I'm so hungry. I need a Snickers and a big fat steak with cheese. Yeah, the hungry Mexican. I'm hungry and I'm Mexican. Joshua, please. It's 1-1. It's not fair, you big neck bitch. How does it feel to be in your 40s? Any changes? Hell yeah, there's changes. The funniest thing ever, man, about being in your 40s. The funniest thing is you have to really kind of avoid it and just eat right, do better, and be smarter. You know what I mean? And here's the thing about me. I was actually better in my 30s, like as far as like doing shit. I really didn't do anything in my 30s but train, and because I really focused on my acting and my stunt career at that time. The 40s now are like, okay, they're kind of like the damn 20s, so you got to reverse that, you know what I mean? Yeah, you start feeling those muscle aches. Yeah, I got problems with my knees and shit like that. I had a friend of mine that had a knee transplant, and it sucks simply because it's like, um, I like to run, and I miss running, and I can't run because my knee hurts at times. So sometimes it hurts, sometimes it don't. Probably arthritis, man. Who knows? It does suck though. I remember when I turned 40 years old, and a guy was like, "How old are you?" And I was like, 40. And he was like, "Oh shit, you're young." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Story of my life, because I'm the youngest of my family, right? So he goes, "Yeah, dude, wait till you get 48." I'm like, "Oh shit, yeah, you're gonna feel all kind of aches and shit, man. Watch. Thanks for speaking that in my life, bud." But he wasn't lying. I'm feeling like my knee, dude. It's like my left knee. It gives me problems at times. You know, so it is what it is, isn't it? you know. Salute to you, CPB. You way better than Showbiz. Love from the UK. Noah. Well, I'm glad you like my channel. I like Showbiz's channel. That's my brother, man. He's a good guy. I've known him for a long time, and um, so yeah, both our people. He's from Chicago. My people from like Missouri. Half of them from Missouri. So from the Midwest area. It acts up like the knees when it's cold season weather. You know what? I don't really know. I mean, it started when in the summer. So I don't know about that. That may not be arthritis at all. I might have damaged something, you know. But yeah, I think a channel for you like um preferring me over showbiz. I mean, that's cool. But I always think that just people like certain like channels. That's why it's a channel for everybody. Some people might like showbiz. Some people might like my channel. Some people might like Bruce Vane. Some people might like Punch Drunk Boxing, which his channel is significantly grew, in subscribers. So I'm really proud of him. You know what I mean? Like that's, especially when if you look at all these channels, they pretty much started at the same time. My channel started in 15. I think Show Business started in 14. And I think Punch Drunk Boxing started in 14. Bruce Vane started in 14. So a lot of these guys have been around. A lot of our channels have been around for a while. And it's been just a treat to see these channels grow. You know what I mean? And grow with their own audiences and their own ideologies or narratives or, preferences of fighters that you like. Like me personally, it's like, hey, I'm like, okay, I'm more, partial to heavyweight. So, you know what I mean? You're unbiased 100%. Yeah, I just try to call it like how I see it. A lot of people may see me getting in someone's shit, and then they may understand like, well, I do that with everybody, or I give everybody praise. Not, just because I shit on somebody doesn't mean I'm not going to say something good about them or positive about them. You know, Yoshi Garcia, you're too cute for YouTube. Well, I'm also a screen actor and television actor and stuntman. So if you Google Kurt DeVille, you'll see everything you need to. Besides being a boxing commentator, something that I love that I hate so much, which is boxing. So appreciate the compliment. It's a lot of biased channels. I agree. They pick a side and stick to it. Yeah, I mean that's what it is. The audience is being stroked by the person that created the gathering. Okay, so you know a lot of these guys, some of their channels take transitions simply because they decide to either break away from, like the LDBC is pretty much broken up. Like I see here, Fanon, he's still growing, and then like he has a totally different mindset than me. You know what I mean? And a whole total different audience than me. And it's cool. I don't care. I mean, that's but it's a channel for everybody, right? I remember watching your reaction to AJ versus Francis was too funny. Yeah, man, that shit had me crunk because I didn't. Nobody expected that. Nobody expected that at all. Timothy Bradley versus Porter. That'll be a good fight. It would have been. It would have been one. Yeah. Hergovic versus Wilder. I don't know. I think that would be a good fight though. I think Hergovic doesn't punch like Zhang nor. Yeah, I think it would be a good fight. They have history before, they've sparred. They had some very heavy sparring back in the day. I mean, back in the day, like years, over 10 years ago. For non too biased for me, I can't do it. Well, I mean, like when I used to counterpunch a lot of channels, I don't do a lot of that no more. I don't know how you guys felt about that, but man, I used to counterpunch these channels and talk about how they were flawed, bro, and people get butt hurt. And I never knew people could be that sensitive due to like content, like, uh subjective content. You know what I mean? Like Dante's Boxing Nation, he sent me like 7 copyright strikes. What's the guy's name? Little Aki. Aki sent me 2 or 3. So, I mean, those guys were just trying to shut the channel down based on how hard I went on Wilder. But I went hard on them simply because they were talking about the bullshit that Wilder still haven't produced. Dude, Bill was beating the shit out of Pascal. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like religion. Certain fan bases are cult like. Yeah. That's the best way you can call it. It's almost like going to a different church, a different nationality, a different religion, or whatever you want to call it. A different religious view. You know what I mean? That's boxing for you. AJ versus Wilder should have happened when both were undefeated, but it didn't. I wouldn't. I wouldn't Wilder and Scott train with Ortiz for the Zhang train. Well, Ortiz is too old. And I don't know who they used to prepare or whatever. They just kept thinking that all Wilder got to do is land the right hand, right hand, right hand. Sad, man. You only go hard on a fighter when you want to see them do good, and that's keeping it real. That's it, Noah. I know what you meant, DeMarcus Hill. It's all good, man. Yeah, Bivol just throwing punches and punches, bro. He ain't playing. I took a nap earlier, but I think I'm feeling a little tired. So I'll probably find something to pass out on. You know, I didn't see Dimitri fought like Joe Smith. You know, look at that. He's knocking people's spark out. Like Joe Smith Jr., bro, that dude is a heavy-handed mother sucker. Look, he knocks Bernard Hopkins out of the ring. Look. Pow! Yeah, he knocked his ass out. That mean Bernard Hopkins fell so bad. Are you in the Are you into UFC like you are in the boxing, champ? No, no. I mean, I like I know Adesanya got knocked out. I know certain things of big guys, but I don't really cover it. I used to. Listening to you from South Africa, Pretoria. Get well soon, brother. Appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. But yeah, man, I was just reaching out to you guys, man. I appreciate you guys dropping in. I was just making this live stream of Sick and Shut In. I'm gonna drink this water with lemon, and I'll try to eat something. I got some soup in there somewhere, so I'm gonna try to eat some soup and get a lot better. Hey Kurt, how you doing, sir? CJ, man, I'm under the weather right now, but I'm getting better. I'm getting better. Better. I'm getting better. Oh man. I know everybody writing Berlanga off, but I want to see him pull off for real, make his dreams come true. Well, here's the thing. Berlanga fight. See, if Berlanga beats Canelo, it's going to be a rematch. And Berlanga will be a millionaire, and that will be his legacy. He beat Canelo, and then Canelo at that point probably won't do anything after that. He'll probably retire if Berlanga, if he can beat Berlanga. But Berlanga has heavy hands, but I mean, Canelo's been in there with guys with heavy hands. So, Devin versus Pato, initial thoughts. I think Devin should fight a fight before fighting Pato. You know. But, damn, I didn't know he stopped Joe Smith. So Bivol he stopped Joe Smith Jr. I didn't know that. I mean, honestly, I don't even remember him fighting Joe Smith Jr. So Bivol's fought a lot of people, that Juan Pascal and, Sullivan Barrera and Joe Smith. He's fought a lot. He's fought pretty much, fought Canelo. Oh man, poor guy, this guy. Poor bastard. That guy there, let me get his name is Castillo. That's the guy. Castillo is the guy that got hit by Callum Smith, and then he got hit and his legs start shaking. There it is. Yeah, that was bad, man. I don't mean to laugh, but I mean it was just funny looking at it. I gotta look at it. I gotta see that again. I gotta see that again, man. He got hit. He got hit. His leg was shaking, bro. That was just retarded. Poor bastard. Damn Castillo. Oh man. He got hit by oh man, that right hand. That right that left he looked like he was busting a nut. Oh man, that was funny, man. That dude's leg was shaking like that, dude. I gotta look at it one more time. That guy was massive, and look, he hit him with a right hand. Oh my god, that was scary though, man. But I never seen that before. I know when you get hit, your legs stiffen up. You know, it's a neuro thing. You know, but. Do you think Malanga's obsession with Canelo could give him a good chance in the fight? I don't think he's going to win. I think he's going to get knocked out. Fantasy fight: Klitschko versus Dubois. Klitschko's all day. Vitali definitely. Vladimir probably. Because Vlad, he does. I don't think. See, Danny Dubois, he attacks. So, you know, I will attack, and you don't want that. I've got the power. Yeah. Man, that was the bomb back in the early 90s, man. When I was a young pup. Young lad. Golovkin, real deal. Real good. Let him fight Gervonta Tank Davis. Man, please. That's a fantasy fight, all right. Because that shit'll never happen. You know? But yeah, man. I'm gonna jump off of here. I'm gonna assume these liquids get it in me. You guys be good. Bud versus Boots. It sounds like a good fight, but you know, Boots has to do what he needs to do at welterweight, which a video is coming soon about Boots, and it's coming and starting tomorrow. So appreciate you guys coming on, stepping on. Love you guys. And I will be live as time permits, more than likely, probably Friday. But until then, you guys have a good night, good morning, and everybody has been Counterpunch. Peace.